Zack Snyder's Henry Cavill Superman post hands James Gunn the biggest L of 2025. Another L for James Gunn as Zack Snyder's Instagram post about Henry Cavill Superman goes viral, raking more likes than Gunn's announcement. Before 2025 ends, Zack Snyder's Henry Cavill Superman post on Instagram gave another massive L to James Gunn. Gunn's Superman wasn't able to beat Man of Steel in terms of worldwide box office collection. However, Snyder recently shared a photo of Cavill in the Superman suit with a caption that the actor was undeniable as Superman. Well, that photo alone has more likes than James Gunn's announcement for Man of Tomorrow. With Zack Snyder's post ranking in more likes, it proves one thing. Despite the decade that has passed since the release of Man of Steel, the hype for a Henry Cavill-led Superman sequel still exists. Zack Snyder's posts prove Man of Steel 2 hype exists. See, Man of Steel was released in 2013, and although it had its fair share of polarizing reviews because of a brooding Superman, the film had a certain vibe that wasn't seen in any of the Superman films before. Even after a decade, Zack Snyder, who recently joined Instagram, has already almost 600k followers with his Superman posts, raking in anywhere from 300k to 754k likes. His first Superman post on Instagram on October 17th also raked in a total of 714k likes, with comments pouring in support and their love for Snyder's DCU. So, yes, Snyder's photos of Henry Cavill as Superman have always received love and admiration from the world. Man of Steel has already beaten Gunn's Superman. Most too can repeat it. Both James Gunn and Zack Snyder had their own takes on the character of Superman. Gunn's Superman was more optimistic and didn't forget to save or help civilians, while Snyder had a darker take on the symbol of hope and delved into his inner turmoil. However, James Gunn's Superman failed to beat Zack Snyder's Man of Steel in terms of box office collection. Although the difference isn't a significantly large number, if you count the inflation from 2013, it becomes a pretty significant deal. Key facts about Man of Steel Superman, directed by Zack Snyder. James Gunn. Release date June 14th, 2013. July 11, 2025. IMDb rating 7.11, 7.110. Rotten Tomatoes score 57%, 83%. Domestic box office $404 million, adjusted for inflation, $354 million. Worldwide box office $667 million, unadjusted, $616 million. Production house DC Entertainment, DC Studios. Where to watch? HBO Max. HBO Max. Naturally, a movie that stood out strongly despite a decade can certainly do it twice. With the numbers, it seems that if Zack Snyder decides to release Man of Steel 2, it can probably beat James Gunn's DCU again in the coming years. Add the Netflix Warner Brothers acquisition deal and Netflix's terms with Zack Snyder, and we might just see Snyder having the keys to the DC characters once again. Of course, everyone is entitled to their opinion and their idea of what Superman should be, but in the end, both Cavill and David Corenswet showcased that Superman indeed remains the symbol of hope. Do you prefer Zack Snyder's Man of Steel over James Gunn's Superman? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.